So given all our feedback, we created a new prototype, and our goal is to see if users who've never been exposed to our project before can find our prototype to be easy to use, for it to be intuitive, and to see if they would like the idea of the app because there are so many apps that already exist.
Interesting.
So the goal of our project is to determine a way to make students more conscious about their spending habits before they make a new purchase. And so it's really just looking at spending what you don't have and making you more conscious before and during the spending process. So for our product, we have two elements. It's a tangible keychain and a mobile app. So we're going to give them to you to interact with, and then feel free to play around with it and post something. Talk through the entire process. So here's some prototypes of the mobile and the desktop version.
Do you want to choose a keychain?
Oh yeah, sure. I get the star.
Let me try. There you go.
Thank you. Okay. So, correct me if I'm wrong. This is my laptop, and this is my phone.
Yes.
Okay.
Not
cool.
drawn to scale.
So on my laptop, I see. Okay, so I'm about to purchase a set of headphones, and I have a gift card there too. Headphones and a gift card. My bad. Click. I'm sorry. What is? Oh, Chrome extension will pop up right before purchasing. Okay. Give you a review. So this is my spending for. Is this my spending for today?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is how much I spent, how much I saved this month. So I guess what I'm supposed to do is click the Chrome extension right before I click checkout, and then what would happen?
Yeah, so basically there's two options here. Either you're shopping online, and so if you're shopping online, you have to click like yes or no to accept the purchase or deny it
Okay.
before you make it. And that, like, if you don't click that, your credit card is locked. So you can't use your credit card until you unlock it by pressing one of these, and then you move on to the next step. And if you're in store, then you'll have the keychain with you, and if you turn it over, there's a button on the back, so you have to press the button right before you make a purchase, and that'll unlock it for you, like your credit card.
Oh, okay. So I guess it's basically adding an extra step when I purchase something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, was this supposed to be like feedback or like?
Yeah, give us feedback if
Oh,
you have any
okay.
questions or anything. Is this something you see yourself using, or how would it impact your current lifestyle?
I think this definitely could be something I see myself using in the future. I definitely do have a habit for retail therapy when I'm super stressed out. I think something you guys could add is maybe for example on the laptop, since it's a Chrome extension. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the Honey Chrome extension. It like pops up when you're checking out and gives you like discount codes that you can use. So maybe like on the checkout page, your product could pop up and remind you that you spent this much on this category in the past month or in the past week, and something like a reminder that would say like, are you sure you want to spend an additional X dollars on headphones this week?
Mm-hmm.
And I also use a couple spending apps, and I think what they do is they remind me of my spending habits. So they say like they would tell me like, oh, this week you spent $50 more on food than you usually do. Then I'd be aware like, oh, like I was overspending.
Mm-hmm.
Something that could also be great is if we could. I love that there's the different categories here. So we could set like a budget for each different category. Like if I could spend, I don't know, like $100 on food, $100 on groceries, and then like I could get a warning when I'm approaching that limit earlier than I'm supposed to. Yeah, other than that, like I think this is a really great product. Definitely something I would use.
Cool. So this is for the interview with Audrey. I think we can agree that some of the key learnings and insights there was that users like it when it's customizable and they like getting the notifications before making a purchase.
I think users want like that second action and warning that like when they're about to make a purchase, they get like a reminder saying like, hey, this is what you're about to do. So it's like a second conscious. So we're gonna show you a prototype of what we're doing. For our class, we're thinking of doing how might we statements in which we're basically trying to solve a problem. Our thing is how might we better save as college students and how might we increase spending habits. So we're gonna show you 3 prototypes of what we're doing. So we have, as you can see, 3 different things you can select from.
This one. Okay. I like this tree.
Got it. So basically, like, give me like your opinion, and then we're gonna show you that coupled with that, we're basically launching this as well. So like, what do you honestly think of it?
Okay. Wait. So this is like an app, and then also on your computer or something?
Yeah. So it's mobile and also web.
Okay. Oh, I see. So it tells you what you spent, your monthly overview. Would saved be like if you put stuff into savings?
Yeah.
Or is okay. So we'll just like ask you if you really want to spend it.
Yeah.
Make you feel bad about your spending.
It's kind of like that second.
I kind of I think that would definitely be good. I feel like I need that sometimes. But I think also I spend the majority of my money on like food and stuff, and so I don't necessarily know if that would be helpful in that sense. But I think it would still be useful and probably prevent me from buying some stuff. Like maybe you would. I'm not quite sure how you would use a keychain, but maybe it would be like if you've spent a certain amount of money, it like tells you or something. Or it's like sort of another visual reminder not to spend money. I'm not for sure.
So on certain keychains, like we have like buttons right before you spend, you click it, and you get that notification that like pops up. And on like the web, you might think, okay, like you're gonna spend on web, so how is it different from physical spending? And on web, you get a Chrome extension pop up that comes in, so that's how it's kind of used.
Oh, so then if it was like in person, you would press this?
There'd be a button,
Uh-huh.
and then you press it as you're about to spend.
Okay.
So this is for the interview with Kayla, and she gave some really good user feedback. She mainly said that she would probably use something like this to help control her spending on food. And when we first gave her the keychain, she didn't necessarily understand the connection with the keychain to the app, so making that connection, I think, would be really helpful.
Yeah, she also mentioned that she really liked that it was visual because it's just a constant reminder of tracking your spending habits. So I think that was important feedback for us because now we know that the keychain idea itself and having a physical object on the user at all times is helpful.
So what's your name?
My name's William.
Okay, nice. I'm Shraddha, and this is our team. We're working on a project for our innovation and design class. So we're working on a project about like helping students develop better spending habits. The main question that we're trying to understand the answer to is how might we help students make more conscientious spending decisions before they make their next decision. So I'm going to show you a few things. So these are kind of our digital elements of our solution. And then this is the physical part. So these are some keychains. Would you mind choosing one?
Alright.
Okay. So just let me know what you think about all of this, how you think everything is supposed to be used.
Not quite sure about the keychain thing, but by the looks of it, you're trying to implement basically a Chrome extension to majority of shopping websites and advising basically to the user, oh, do you want to spend this value? And from there, you also have a product tracking or not project tracking, but spending tracking by the looks of it, where it seems very similar to an application known as Mint, like for personal finance, where you're showing the amount you're spending versus how much you're saving.
Okay, cool. If I added this button to the prototype,
Oh,
do you have
okay.
any comments on what you think?
So it's adding an additional step rather than just using a credit card. You have to basically unlock it in some sense to allow any form of transaction. So it's just additional boundary.
And then do you think that this would help in your spending decisions in any way? Can you see this fitting into your life?
Yeah, I could definitely see some implementation to it, especially tracking how much I'm saving versus how much I'm saving.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
This is the interview with William. So some of his feedback that he gave us was he really liked the visualization part of tracking his spending versus his saving. And he also mentioned the app Mint. So he likes the idea of personal finance and finds it helpful.
Yeah. I think it was interesting how in the beginning he didn't know what the keychain was used for, and then when we added the button that says click to unlock credit card, he understood that it was a feature that would kind of allow him to take that extra step before making a spending decision. So it shows us that the idea of having a keychain and a little physical object that might not be directly related to spending at first glance is pretty interesting and allows the user to interact with it.